Hi, everyone. Please don't forget to unmute.
There we go. Hi, Alyssa. Were you there?
Yep, I'm here.
I was asking if we're there.
Yes, you're there also.
All right. So I understand there is no CAC update, so we will skip that part of the agenda. Next issue is a stop sign on Worth Street, which actually is the third item in the packet. All right, so please accept this communication for assignment of public safety. I'd like to request a stop sign at the top of Worth Street at McEntee. Now that the Worth Street Bridge is opened. Have we had any input from the city engineer?
I did send it to the whole committee. But the folks not on the committee, I did not.
That's what I thought. We saw one to a different, we were
Different thing?
a different item.
Yeah, well, if it was in your board, I'll always include the board person too. So let me. Since I'm going through it. Okay, you want me to read it or do you want to find it?
I'm okay with you reading it.
So this
Giving us the
is
gist.
a recommendation from John. So I just give you, do you want me to read exactly? Okay, my recommendation at this location is to continue the current stop sign arrangement. A change to all-way stop at this location would not be warranted under the MUTCD. because there are not similar volumes on the northbound and southbound legs. Installing an unwarranted always stop here would waste fuel and cause drivers to tend to disregard the new stop signs as well as all stop signs generally. I do recommend installing warning plaques on the stop sign that's already here. Install W4-4BP, ongoing traffic does not stop, and I guess that's probably from the uniform traffic, the manual. And so the other one, traffic from right does not stop. This does not require legislation or action by the Common Council. Speeding concerns should be addressed by a future project that would examine traffic calming strategies for the McAtee Wards corridor broadly using proven strategies. I also did reach out to Ed as per our policy, although I don't know if he emailed me, because his first one, he was just saying, he was thinking it was because there was some crash there. So didn't understand why the request was coming in. I said it was a speed issue, so he agreed with John. And all we have to do is tell him to make this happen. He's on vacation right now, so we can tell him tomorrow. So that's the recommendation from John, adding the plaques.
What do you mean plaques?
So you
Digital
know,
signs below the regular sign, right?
yeah, so you know how some say
There is
all
no
way,
stop sign now.
there is a stop sign in one direction but not the other. So it would warn you that I don't know which side is
I think
which,
it's on
the
the
north
word
south.
side,
Okay,
but I think people coming from McKinsey can leave the left without
Same.
stopping.
They do, like, they have a stop sign on that right there at that corner, and then there's nothing over here, so they just go right on.
so it's like Wall Street, Main Street,
It's-
where
yeah.
we added that, so you have the stop sign. And then right underneath in the same material, same color, it says traffic,
Left is right away or something.
yeah, ongoing
Ongoing traffic
does not
does not
stop.
stop.
So that way you know what to
So it's like an
expect.
instructional.
Yeah, because otherwise a lot of times people just assume
Right.
I'm stopping, everybody's
Yes,
stopping.
yes.
And that's not always the case in that one, I'm
Right.
pointing to Michael because it's in his ward, but this one is too.
No,
Oh,
but there's one on Main in front of the old Dutch and St. Joseph's, and then there's
Yes,
another one
that's right.
in
Yes.
front of,
And it's very confusing. It's like double dutch,
Yes, it
like
is.
who's gonna go first?
You-
So true. John Street, I don't know, Main Street there, you never know if you should just go ahead or
Right.
who's coming.
Just a quirky little accident.
Nobody will get killed.
So did that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So, but because that's not a regulated sign, the stop sign is, but that's already legislated and this is not regulated, so therefore we don't need to vote on anything, just inform DPW to go ahead
That
and
sounds
make that sign. Cool. Which I could do if you want. You tell
Are we okay
me.
with that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. All right. The next one is no parking signage on Lucas Avenue.
Yes.
With Pasty. What's going on over there?
pictures.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
people in the control there.
So,
Oh, yes.
I think it's.
I mean, okay, so basically,
no parking on Lucas, isn't it the same?
no, see, I didn't understand John's response. What I was asking for was a no parking here to corner, 2 no parking here to corner signs. If you look at this little picture, what happens is when they repave the road and they put in the line where cars can park goes almost right up to Plymouth Avenue. So cars park on both on the left and right sides of Plymouth Avenue. And Plymouth is a very narrow street. It's not a two-way street. So if you're coming down the street, you can't really see what's coming around the corner. So there have been some near accidents because people park too close. And even though there is a traffic regulation that says that you have to park 20 feet from the corner, people don't know what 20 feet is. And so
Right,
John had
right.
suggested to me when I met with him that we put in a no parking here to corner
That's
at
30
30,
feet.
at 30 feet, because that would provide enough of a visibility for people who are making a left and right turn, because otherwise people speed down Lucas, and if you're trying to come out on Plymouth, You're creeping out, you can't see around a
Yeah.
big SUV, and
By the time you do.
by the time you do, you're
Yeah,
nearly in a
so-
collision. So there've been some near collisions, which is why people brought it to my attention. And it seems like an easy enough fix, and John didn't think that it was a difficult fix, and then I read his
But,
response, but I don't understand it.
Yeah, can I
Yeah.
translate it?
Okay.
So first of all, the New York State law is 15 feet. So typically, because I think I actually
He
drew
told me it was
it.
20.
I thought it was.
It says
It's 15
20.
feet. This is 20.
This is a 20.
So, but if it's 15 feet, we don't need legislation because it's already the law of the state. So we could just ask DPW if it's appropriate, in terms of, is there a place for a sign, right?
It's
But
not-
because Sarah wanted more.
Well, I only wanted 20, but John is the one who said you need to have more than 20 because 20 is what the state legislates.
Well, that's probably why he changed it, because it is.
Oh, okay, so if it's 20,
So he-
that'd be fine.
So it's 15 feet.
It's
is
just
the-
having a sign would be
Yes.
useful. Yeah.
So what he's recommended here is just because it would just change it so that it's 20 feet, because it's already in there, but now we just need to amend it, so we don't have to add anything, we're just amending what's already there. And it'd be 20 feet, but yes, it's 15, anything 15 feet. It's the law of lands.
So
or
where did
law
we
of-
get 30 from? They told me 30 feet. Where did that come from?
Well, that was for a sign that would be required, to put in a sign. I would like to have 2 signs there. So just legislating 20 feet is not enough. The point is to have a sign so that people know.
Well, once you legislate it and it's a no parking thing, it will, once we pass it, the mayor signs it, it goes to DPW, they take it from there. Just like a stop sign. We're just saying, we want this in the code, we want a stop sign here. We don't actually then say we want a sign, but it's just automatic. And same
Well,
thing
he
with
didn't
no
tell me it was
parking.
automatic. I didn't understand that it was automatic because, most people, it's sort of understood. But if there is, as long as it results in a sign, I'm happy.
Yeah, because this is a little bit more than what the law says. So we are then, not amending the law, but we're allowed to do a little bit more than the law says. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Like the
Yes,
state
that
is
does make
saying 15 feet, but we could tweak it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what we'll have, because it's no parking, anytime that we put a no parking legislation through, what happens, is it goes through us, then it goes to the mayor, and then the clerk will then send it to the appropriate departments, and this would, of course, be DPW.
Correct.
Then they go through their process. So it's usually like a week or 2 after
Okay,
is the process.
that sounds fine.
Right, but
Yes, as I said, as long as it results in 2 signs, I'll be really happy.
The signs are
So
going.
3 signs will
Then
be
the signs will on Lucas.
40 feet, or is
No.
that would be 20?
Yeah, I mean, basically, they're on
20,
either side of
20.
Plymouth, but on Lucas.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
correct.
okay, yep. Okay, 20 feet. All right.
Yeah, because then that would give people enough
Mhm.
room to see.
So how is the parking lot? Because I mean, is it
It's packed.
congested? It's
Yeah,
packed.
well, it's
So
packed
you're
because-
losing parking spaces.
2 spaces.
2 spaces.
So people would just have to park, there's other parking, people just like parking in front of their house, but there's parking, there's actually parking on Plymouth. if they
I was
want
gonna
to
say,
park.
Plymouth has plenty of parking.
They could park on Plymouth.
But it's also not exactly 2 parking because it's 5 feet different. They're not supposed to be parking 15.
No, the people,
Anybody parking there?
Yes.
So it's really
So
just
all
5
people
feet
parking there.
on each side,
That's
which
right.
is,
There we go.
what, half a car?
so everybody
So-
parking there is breaking the law without knowing it.
Or they don't.
Yeah, you can say
Well, now anybody, all the people listening to the meeting now know.
Now they
what the
do.
law is, and I'm sure we'll follow it.
All right, pass it on.
So thank you very much for,
We didn't vote on it.
but I hope you will. I'm thanking you in advance.
Well, I'm still writing this thing.
Right. Make people very happy.
Except for the people who want to park there.
Somebody will complain.
That's all right, I'm ready for it.
So does this meet the criteria we just discussed? Placed 2 stop signs on Lucas at the intersection of Plymouth each 20 feet from the return of the curb radius on Lucas Avenue.
No, they're not stop signs.
No parking.
No parking here to corner.
Of course, there are no parking.
Here to come.
Here to corner. That's the important thing, here to corner.
And that would really throw people off.
Could you-
We have to stop sign.
Well, it would slow down traffic.
Yeah, well,
With the like.
that would make a few people happy too, but.
Okay, so place 2, no parking here to corner signs on Lucas at the intersection of Plymouth, each 20 feet from return of the curb radius on Lucas Avenue.
And it does say no parking here to corner, right? It's just so that,
No parking here to corner.
perfect.
Although if it's 2 signs, shouldn't there be no parkings?
Yeah, it's 2 times no parking here to corner.
Attorney general, right? So there'd be no parkings. Anyway, I guess that'd be one sign. 2 signs. Okay. So then do we have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Drew Andrews, do we have a second?
Second.
By Gerald McGinnis. Any discussion?
Just kill that.
Hearing no discussion, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Passes unanimously.
You're welcome.
You'll pass it that way.
Thank you for the visual.
All right.
Well, it helps when you, because you don't, I mean, I see it every
I
day,
put nothing in color.
but, I mean, I guess I couldn't, if the setting was color, I didn't change it.
Now we move to the request for a curb cut on Fair Street. Why does it?
You're on here.
Yeah, it's not,
As I used to
it's
be.
not a curb cut, the request is not a curb cut. I think that's what got us all a little bit confused, although nobody needs to know the background, because that's the confusion of this. This council's not being asked for, do you want to talk on this, or do you want me to? So we're not being asked to curb cut, because it has nothing to do with us. What we're being asked of is to get rid of a parking meter there. So it's,
But it serves an entire parking spot. Free parking.
Right. so 316 Wall Street is the business.
Yes.
And so it's actually
Oh, I see.
behind on Fair
It's
Street.
the old 2 ratings,
It's the way?
the old 2 ratings.
Oh, yes.
We're not
Okay,
even,
before that.
we're not asked about anything on Wall Street. It's Fair Street, which I actually don't know. Did you look to see what number that is?
I did not, I
What-
just know
what's
that it's the
the-
old
Yeah,
back door to 2 ratings,
yeah.
next to the
So
Rucco building.
the new owner wanted to have a curb cut, and he does have the right to have a curb cut to his property. So the planning board, this went through the planning board, and then the planning board recommended that he come to council, because we would be tasked with getting rid of the parking meter and essentially the parking spot, because you can't park when there's a curb cut there. The request is to get rid of the,
So that would be getting rid of a parking spot on Fair Street
correct.
to one parking spot on Fair Street to accommodate his egress and ingress.
Yeah, and then he wants to,
Yeah.
he's allowed to have it.
So
And-
is it this spot here?
No.
Further
That
down
way.
the street. By the Rucco mural on the side of Center. Yeah, where that white
Yeah.
car is.
Oh,
Yeah.
That meter right there.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
I've never liked that.
Yeah, me neither.
It's very rude and, you know,
It's a very rude meter.
yeah.
It's like everything on the property.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
I just do not like getting rid of a parking space on Fair Street.
Well, we have to,
I know.
so they can have their property.
It's right
And they're allowed
on
to
the
do
property. Like literally, you can't go in or out.
So was there ever an easement for that? I mean, how did the parking meter get there to begin with?
There was no curb cut. There was no,
no curb.
yeah,
And the previous owner didn't need it.
no, or evidently did not.
And so this new owner wants it, he has the right to the curb cut. No, I mean, I guess we have a choice, but
Do we know
Block it in.
Do we know if he's gonna use that space then for parking?
I would imagine you would.
Because if that's the case, then that takes care of the problem of losing a parking space.
I thought Elisa was gonna send him the link.
I don't believe it is for public parking.
I did send the link. It does not appear to
Wait,
be
he's
on.
not there?
He's not here.
Alright, because I
But-
let him have the link because in case there were questions, but.
But no
Do
one
we-
could park in front of the curb cut anyway. I mean, you can go in, so.
But if he's using it, like Brittany said, like, then
There's
there's,
the park, right,
he's
you can
not
park
parking
anywhere.
on the street, so therefore it is kind of neutral.
Yeah,
Oh, it makes
makes
sense, it does make sense.
Mhm.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I used to work at Repco and parking is so
It
horrible
is.
over there that, this is going to affect, it does affect a lot of the businesses and a lot of the, but it's his right, he owns that property,
Yeah,
so.
I'm looking out for businesses as well. We have a very reasonable annual parking pass for our municipal lots. Yeah, she's like, I don't want to hear it.
have to walk up
Beautiful set of stairs.
Good exercise.
Winter.
Yes.
No, I live right there, it's on John Street. Where is it? Take a look. Yeah, the floods.
But even the businesses, like, it's not just like the employee parking, it's the businesses. It's so difficult to find parking,
Just
especially
scrolling.
at parking, so.
Right, take your bike.
Well, actually, I mean, parking there puts you very close to a fire hydrant, which I think, to me, it actually doesn't look valid to be that close to a fire hydrant. Even though it's a legal parking space.
I'm trying to see exactly where. What are you putting behind, I was looking to see like exactly where.
I think
Yes. It's about halfway up from the end of that building there. Halfway up from that building. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one, right there. Yes.
I mean, there is an address that comes up that says.
So this curve.
I mean, Fair Street.
Park. And this is kind of, so he wants that whole curve. Okay.
So that's 312.
I mean, one thing that they're gonna be using this for is delivery trucks, which will be nice to not
What is
have.
What is it for?
Delivery trucks,
And what kind of business is it from?
Yeah.
Like a restaurant or?
yes, the future restaurant tenants. So they'd be using it to, bring in delivery vehicles so that. That way they
Double
don't,
park, yeah, that's good.
yeah, or you, there are a couple loaders there.
So we have.
I think it's 303 Fair Street.
Well, he would, well, so this property, and it's curb cut, would probably just extend from Rutgers here all the way to the edge of the building.
You know what?
So we're not using any more parking spots.
But it's that one.
Like
But it's
Friday
just this one.
nights, just shut down Wall Street.
All right,
Right.
update.
Could they go down the stores
Date.
and do everything else?
What restaurant are we talking?
It's new.
3 rate, 4 rate.
We know what type of restaurant.
I do not know.
They do it in the city. Yeah, they shut down the
It's
street.
been approved by the planning board for a while, there was a mishap with getting this to us.
No, Maple's not.
Perfect storm of misunderstandings, so it's,
She was
Been a while.
giving an idea about something happening up on your report.
You can't pick my age. Our knees are not.
There's 200-year-old town walking up in
Good for
there.
that.
That's what that's because they've been doing it our entire life.
All right, so this reads, remove parking meter on Fair Street behind 316 Wall Street, parentheses 303 Fair Street. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Who was second?
How much does that meter generate? Do we know? I don't think we're breaking down by.
I
We
don't
don't
know.
breaking down.
I think it's districts, uptown, midtown, downtown, south,
Mhm.
yeah, but that would be a question for John Toohey.
Which he recently sent.
He recently sent around-
77%.
77% of that is uptown.
77.
Yes.
And it would be interesting to know the number of parking spaces in each district,
That's.
because I think there are probably more in.
Because to your point, is there a way to make that, to make you happy? You know, is there a way?
We could put the parking meter right in front of Rocco's door.
I'm down for that.
So to get in the building, you gotta, all right, so is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Passes unanimously.
Yes.
Is there any secret business?
Never.
Is there any invisible business? All
I
right, next
have, I
item.
have some business that I'm gonna be bringing in front of the Public Safety Committee in the future, if you'd like to hear a preview of what you're gonna be seeing.
Okay.
Or do you want me to wait? You just give me the instructions.
You should,
Yeah.
we should
Wait,
wait.
okay,
Start
I'll
with-
just, otherwise we get into the habit of doing that.
All right.
Talking about cars. Oh, no, thanks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, especially if you're looking to craft some legislation.
Oh, yes.
Maybe not.
No, don't touch my legislation. All right, did you all motion to adjourn and all that?
Motion.
All right, we got a motion to adjourn, everybody in favor? We'll be done.
Yeah.